Week 3 of Friday Night Lights kicks off this week, which means it's time to announce our game of the week. And we're going to get ready for a big rematch between two teams who've been waiting for this one for quite some time. We'll be heading out to Cougar Stadium Friday night, where China Spring hosts University. Last season when these two met, it was a battle, but University was able to pull away. And now we'll be there to capture the action once again. Let's talk a little bit more about these two teams. University comes into week 3 1-1 on the season. The Trojans dropped a tough loss to Kettler Central, but bounced back last Friday, beating Granbury 41-8. Last week, their word of the week was respond, and that's exactly what this team did. University also found a way to respond when they took on the Cougars last season. They trailed heading into the locker room, but came out ready to make a statement. Head coach Charles Foster says this week it's all about staying the course and locking in.
Absolutely. Last year they jumped on us 14-0. Those guys came out, they wanted it more than we wanted it, So, this week we just never want to get too high, never want to get too low. Just make sure that, in that environment, me playing China Spring growing up, and Cameron Yo, they bring so many fans out there, man. Their community is it's incredible. So we got to, make sure that we focus on us and make sure that we do our job.
As for the Cougars, they also start off the season 1-1, coming off of a loss to Bastrop, a game that this team had control over heading into the locker room. This is something that caused some issues last year when the Cougars faced the Trojans. China Spring led University 14-0 at the half, and then University came charging back to take the game 31-21. Going into practice this week, Coach Beatty says he has seen a turnaround in his players. He also says this group feels like they have some unfinished business.
I think there's a lot for us. We got a new group of guys, but secondly, the way that our last week's game against Bastrop kind of finished, got our guys fired up. The way that this game versus University ended a year ago was tough for us, and so our kids are super fired up about this game.
And of course, join us right here on KCEN every Friday night for Friday Night Lights. We'll have full coverage from our Game of the Week, plus so much more. You don't want to miss it. And in case you missed our Game of the Week reveal earlier, you can catch it right now on the 6+ app. We go into more depth about this Game of the Week and preview the action for some of our biggest games coming up on Friday. Of course, you can join us every Tuesday at 3 in the afternoon to hear our Game of the Week matchup live from our brand new Stream Center.